The Vietnam War ended 50 years ago, but I'm still being affected by it, and I'm only 20 years old. Hi, my name is Madison, and I'm going to tell you how my grandfather's service in the US military, it was the reason that his son has health issues. Both of his sons, actually, and his granddaughter. So, my grandfather was unfortunately drafted to the Vietnam War, and he was a combat vet. Unfortunately, he was a part of Agent Orange and the missions around it. And he was exposed heavily to this carcinogen. The US government knew that there was dioxin in that shit. During the Vietnam War, they tested this herbicide on monkeys, on 40 unfortunate monkeys. Within the first week of this experiment, 37 of these 40 monkeys were dead. The US government still decided to go ahead and spray this all across Vietnam. And then after the Vietnam War, spray here on US soil. Some people don't even fucking know that. But yeah, they literally sprayed that shit here too. They don't like the native people, obviously, and they were using it on them as well. 30 years after the Vietnam War, I am born. It's 2005. Everything is normal with me when I'm born, except for I'm allergic to like every single formula that they were fucking giving me, except for like the most expensive one that's for kids with really sensitive stomachs. But other than that, and chronic constipation, there was nothing wrong with me. In the 4th grade, I live in Massachusetts, by the way. So in the 4th grade, my class went on a field trip to Sturbridge Village, which is in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And it was very hot this day. We were waddling around outside, and I was like, you know, I'm kind of feeling funny. Like, I could feel myself feeling off. And I don't know if I like looked pale or if they just assumed I was dehydrated or something, but they were like, we were in like a little shop in Sturbridge Village, and the owner was like, go ahead over to the refrigerator and grab yourself like a Gatorade or something, you know, to drink. Maybe your blood sugar's low. Like, they were just thinking, whatever. I walked over to the fridge, put my hand where the handle was at, and started to pull, and I don't remember anything else. I collapsed. I passed out, and one of my classmates caught me. I traumatized my whole class. My bad. After that, I end up with mono when I'm like 10. And then when I'm like 11, we go on a cruise. We go to Labadee, Haiti, and I pass out there too. It was also really hot, obviously. It was in Labadee, Haiti. It happened again, man. And the first time they brought me to the hospital, it was, you know, dehydration. She's just dehydrated. And then the second time, it was, oh, well, teenage girls pass out all the time. That's normal. Don't let anybody tell you that shit. That's not fucking normal. I'm gonna spare you the rest of the story because it's super long. But those are the 2 big medical events in my life. And I ended up, here I am, age 20. Hello. I had huge surgery on my spinal cord last year. Or this year, actually, technically. It's about to be last year. In June, I had surgery on my spinal cord. Love that for me. I was born with spina bifida, and I didn't find out about that until I was like 18 and was in crippling back pain. They told me it was normal. The girl that read my damn MRI said it was normal too, but it actually wasn't normal at all. It just took an experienced neurologist to read it, to be able to see it, apparently. So, but it got fixed. It's called tethered cord syndrome. It is a form of spina bifida, which is a huge, huge thing that has come out of the Vietnam War. In Vietnam, the people have been affected so heavily. Like, these people have birth defects, have all kinds of disabilities and all kinds of ailments, and it's heartbreaking, genuinely, to see, because I know my grandfather went over there and like murdered a bunch of fucking people, and then the government literally did this to him. he has horrible health issues too. He is still alive, but he has horrible health issues, vascular issues. He gets blood clots in his legs, and he's had so many stents that they told him, if you have another one, we can't do anything. When I was a kid, I used to be like, oh my god, you take so many pills, oh my gosh. Now I actually take more pills than he does. Yeah, for the rest of my diagnoses, I have POTS, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, mast cell activation syndrome, craniocervical instability, which is my neck. I have tethered cord syndrome, which is my spinal cord issue. And I also have something called autoimmune small fiber neuropathy. And thanks to the American healthcare system, I also now have PTSD from all this medical trauma. I just wanted to talk about this because it's become so hush-hush. Like, all of this is so hush-hush, and it needs to not be. People need to talk about this, even if it hasn't affected you personally. Like, this is a really big issue. The US government knew that shit was deadly and still decided to use it on both the soldiers and the Vietnamese people. Now I don't even know if I'm gonna have children because, one, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, like, conceive and have children. But I also don't know if they're gonna be born with horrific disabilities, and I am not a eugenicist. Disabled people deserve to be alive and to thrive. But I don't want my child to suffer the way that I suffer. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to my story, and please help me spread the word.